like the video.
I don't mean to start every one of these episodes by just laughing. But I'm just trying to read what I wrote here, and I keep having to redo the takes. I got hollered at this morning by the CEO of the company I just got laid off from. If it weren't happening to me, wallahi, I would not believe it. Now, I promise you, this story has a happy ending, okay? But just bear with me. I just got to catch y'all up a little bit first.
Derapy, Season 3 of Derapy.
So my job was a social media specialist. I woke up to news that my career was just cooked last Wednesday, December 11th. I got no notice. They gave me no reason for letting me go besides that they were going in a new direction. Update, the direction was wonky from the jump, but turned out to just be a circle. Because 2 days ago, on December 18th, my old boss reached out to me. We'll call her A. Her and I have a pretty cordial relationship. We're still cool. She cannot access our company's Instagram without my help. Or the TikTok, but that's besides the point. The reason why she can't do this is because I set up two-factor authentication on these applications, because why wouldn't I? It's my company's account. I want to make sure that nobody's logging into it but me unless I'm notified. Now, hilariously, nobody thought about any of this stuff when they were cooking my livelihood, and they literally gave me until Saturday. They told me on Wednesday I was done, and they said Saturday could be my last day. Now, I don't want to forget something. On Wednesday, when I woke up in the morning and realized I was being logged out of everything, I texted the CEO of the company. We're going to call him M. And M and I had a very, very interesting little exchange that I'm going to share with you now. The morning I realized I couldn't log into anything, and I didn't know it's because I was being let go with no notice and no severance from my salary position, I texted the CEO of our company, the man that created the job. And I'm very cordial when I say, "Hey, M, text or call me back ASAP. In case you weren't already aware, we may have some type of security issue. I reached out to A, I reached out to Jeffrey, and I'm not getting anything." He responds, "Hey, no problem. We'll call in a bit." No security issue. Having Jeffrey get into the social media accounts. Can you approve login on your device? And I say, "Oh, okay, of course. I've approved it." Now, this will matter later because I want you to remember what M said in this message. No problem, which isn't true because I was getting let go that day, and we'll call in a bit. He never called. He did not call until this morning. Now, as I mentioned last episode, I'm a God-fearing man. And furthermore, these people still owe me money. I'm supposed to receive my last check next week. And I never had any problems with A, so a couple of days ago, I help her get in the Instagram, we work out the TikTok thing, and I think it's finally laid to rest. It's ridiculous, it's silly, but it's over, right?
You thought wrong.
Now that we're caught up at 3 minutes and 30 seconds into this show, let's get to this morning, because this is where things just get completely unhinged. I get up this morning, I do my push-ups, I do my stretches, I'm about to hop on some Xbox, it's 7:36 a.m. I see someone trying to log into my work email, which I haven't looked at in days because why would I? The only reason I still have the Outlook app on my phone for my work email is because I'm expecting these people to send me proof that my insurance is ending so I can get on my wife's insurance, you know, stupid adult stuff, right? But I see somebody trying to log in at 7:36 a.m. and it's not me. So I text my ex-boss, A, and I'm like, "Hey, who's trying to log into my account?" And she responds like this: "Did you add your Outlook to the Authenticator app too? I think M is trying to disable your email. He just texted me that it was asking for a code." Now, what really bothers me about this exchange is that this is the man that said he would call me in a bit 9 days ago. And now he is personally going in to disable my account. First of all, the work sounds like it's beneath him. So like maybe he takes some sick satisfaction in being the one to get into my account and turn it off. But that's besides the point because he can't. I'm never trying to be dishonest. So I text back A, and I'm like, of course. Well, I need some paperwork that says I was terminated and proof I'm losing insurance or my wife is gonna box me, which is true. She asks me every day, when are you gonna get proof that your insurance is ending so I can add you to mine? And I say, I ask these kind people every day, but you have to remember, these aren't serious people that we're dealing with, okay? A responds to me, good old boss of mine, former boss, and she says, I will follow up with her again today. Okay. I reply with this, which sets somebody off. With all due respect, can't let the big guy in until we're kind of done with the transition, you feel me? Kind of hard to get unemployment when there's no proof I was let go. Can't get new insurance without proof I'm losing it. Since M is up trying to log into my email, maybe he can get L up too. With peace and love, I say. Because I don't want to give A the impression that I am not being cooperative. All I'm saying is, we're up at the crack of ass dawn trying to disable my work email, which, how is it taking so long to even try to do this, by the way? We're trying to disable my work email before anybody has even admitted outside of Zoom call that my job doesn't exist anymore. Like, what is this? Also, why is this man so afraid to call me? Why can't he just talk to me? But I didn't realize that it would only be a few minutes after I sent this message with peace and love that Big M, the CEO himself, is calling me
Early in the wee hours of the day.
Now, I'm not going to hold y'all, and I hope he listens to this. When he first calls, I just stare at it, and I just let it ring out. And he has the audacity to text me immediately after I missed the call. And he says, call me immediately. Who are you talking to right now? I am not an employee at your company. And what do you mean, call me immediately? Dog, you were supposed to call me 9 days ago. What is actually good? This can't be real. The nerve, the unmitigated gall to hit me at 7:43 a.m. and tell me to call you immediately.
Wing wong.
I just love the message. I gave it the heart reaction. I love it. I love that you need me right now. Please, I need to get into your work email to disable it. What am I to do? I'm the CEO of a company. I have all these people working for me and I just can't get access. So I call him back because I'm ready. And I'm like, what up? This man's like, Derek, are you intentionally withholding company material from us? And I'm like, no, not really. And my brother starts going off about how I'm making A's job so hard. And I have 4 or 5 people running around trying to resolve this, and I'm wasting everybody's time. This man called me childish because they don't know how to work Instagram. They don't know how to work 2-factor authentication. They didn't think about this stuff a week ago. And he's actually pissed off, hollering at me after ghosting me for the past week and a half. And I tell him, I'm like, yo, I feel like we could have got this resolved quicker. Like, you said you would call me in a bit. This man said, I told you I would call you later.
Boy, if you don't get...
Later? It's been 9 days.
9.
People would die of starvation in the time that you're saying is later. What do you mean? What's crazy about this is he calls and he's on fire mad. He starts talking about taking action against me. He says that he used the phrase quid pro quo. He's like, we have you on record in text messages documented you saying that you're not going to cooperate with us unless we give you this paperwork that isn't required, by the way. This man says you had a good reference in A. You had a good reference with me. We paid you out for the rest of the week. We gave you notice. And at this point, I have muted the call because I am crying, laughing. This man wants credit. He wants credit for cooking me right before Christmas, didn't actually give me notice, gave me no severance, and decided that the transition process was me mourning for like 3 days. Didn't think about getting access to the accounts at all until a week later when I guess he had nothing else to do. And now he's throwing the fact that I might not get a good reference in my face.
Wait, what about your next job?
Bitch, I got the derps. I don't need a reference from you bozos. I wouldn't want one anyways. Why would I put you down as a reference when you let me go with no cause? Why would I expect you to pick up the phone? We haven't talked in 9 days. Now, I try to explain to him the concept of lying and how telling somebody that you'll call them in a bit and then not calling them for 9 days until you need them is kind of a weird thing to do. And he completely neglects the fact that he's been just avoiding me for the past week and a half until they needed access to my work account so that they could like log into other social medias with two-factor whatever. It's like, dude, it's you guys' fault for setting up a system where work emails can't be deactivated unless you're logged into them. Like, and if that was the case, why didn't you tell me that when I was still on the clock? It doesn't make any sense. It's so silly. Now, bro literally started the call and ended the call on the same type of energy. He said, here's what's going to happen. You are going to cooperate with A. She is going to call you, you're going to give her the code, and you're going to give us access to your work email. And it's like, I almost want to say no off principle because you talking to me like you my fucking dad or something. Like, calm down, big. Like, you are not about to lil bro me when you have no leverage. Dude's talking about how you can't just hoard access to company materials. Also, this spans up across state lines. He either said the word felony or he said federal. But the gist of it was this man was trying to threaten me with legal action over a work email.
He said so.
I'm gonna sue. I'm gonna sue.
Lock in. Actually listen to yourself right now. This man has no idea the favors I have done for these people. I haven't dropped their names. I haven't talked about the name of the company, all because I'm trying to get half a check, okay? I could have been gone scorched earth on you hoes, but I was just being nice. But now you over here trying to put me in my place? Boom-ba-clap. Now this call ends with me being like, yeah, dude, I'll help her out. It's really not that big of a deal. And then he hangs up, right? Now, I think at some point within an hour of him hollering at me, he woke up for real. Maybe he hadn't had his coffee yet. Maybe he had indigestion. Maybe his kids are pissing him off. I don't know. But HR gets in touch with me and they're like, hey, so here's that stuff you asked for. Here's that paperwork. And also, it's occurred to us that you've been doing some work for us this past week.
I know a guy.
How about you let us know how many hours you put in, work with A, and we'll make sure to compensate you for that. And I'm like, I think that's fair. What's crazy is I wasn't even asking for that, but it is the right thing for them to do. It's just crazy that not all that long ago, I was getting hollered at talking about how I might get taken to court or sued or something over a work email. And now y'all are hitting me with these sweet ass emails like, you know, you've been working pretty hard. Maybe we should pay you a little bit more. All right, bro. All right. I blocked him, by the way, because you are not about to blow up my spot on some foo-foo ass funny shit like that again. I have never been spoken to this way. I am appalled and offended.
I'm gonna sue.
But I'm more entertained than anything because it's crazy that somebody that is literally at the very top of this company, this man's got to have stacked multiple M's throughout his life, and is literally up at the crack of dawn hollering at an ex-employee over two-factor authentication in a work email, bro. You cannot make this shit up. I just wanted to give y'all an update, man. I don't even have anything else to say. I'm going live tonight, and I might yap a little bit more about it, but I'm really just trying to move forward, man. Like, leave me alone, bro. Y'all are the worst ex I've ever had, man. Y'all can't just lay somebody off and leave them alone, man. Before I go, I just want to shout out the biggest derps, because the only reason I'm able to get out here and talk crazy like this and make YouTube my main goal, my main mission moving forward is because of the people that support the show on this tier. So shout out the biggest derps.
Shout out to the biggest derps. Awesome Amy, Derpy Naz, Shaggy's World 999, Mytele, Chai Dynasty, Timpadilla, Buddy Core, Surge, Alexander Morales, Nick Marquez, Gareth Gorgeous, High 3, Cardenas Sada Taco, Clayton Anderson, Amy Schultegger, Zaire Marshall, Tian Murr, Arby Levius, and Chano.
Love you, mean it, enjoy the outro.
$400 in my bank account. Buddy, I'm not bothered if you don't think it's a great amount. I've been working like a dog, so I'ma make each dollar count. Now we'll stay locked in this room like it's hooky, I'm calling out. Who's he calling out? I'm the greatest, I don't care, it's all relative. Hit me on the snap, call me bro, we not relatives. Ops got these bars that got me snoozing, it's a sedative. And if you sleeping on me like you buy, then we'll buy then. Over your head like it's Delta, not the variant. I'm a king, where's my chariot? And who carries it?
Why my back hurt, man? I'm 25.
I'm getting older, getting tight. My hand to God is do or die. There's not a chance I'm too alive. I'm Willow Smith, I caught a vibe. You jaded, I'm like Jade, man. I love my dad.
I'm not that guy.
Struggle with the suit and tie, but I'm on a different grind. Got the same genes, but we grew up different, you and I. My potential is a ton. I'm the chosen, you a bum. You got heat, I am the sun. You the joke, I got the punch line. Doing this one night like tomorrow is my deadline. If this was a true fight, my victory's the headline. I'm shining like a headlight. You brain dead and got headlights. I'm head and shoulders above you. No need